Now in Toxic Commando, one of the main things you're going to be doing is grabbing a whole bunch of XP and leveling up your class, but as well as that, you're going to be trying to level up your weapons. Leveling up your weapons is absolutely essential if you're trying to get onto those tougher difficulties, and of course also means you can use better attachments on them, and as well as that, you can also manage to prestige them if you want them to look really cool and grab yourself some nice skins. For this video, I'll be showing you two ways you may want to be focusing on in order to upgrade and enhance your weapons fast, grabbing yourself a whole bunch of fast gun XP. The first way is kind of playing as intended, whereas the second way is a little bit more of a cheese method. And in the first way that I'm going to be showing you is by going over to one of the missions that I think is absolutely ideal for this, and that's going to be over in Act 3, with the mission being Deliver Us. Remember, if you can manage to do this at a slightly harder difficulty, it'll work out really nice if you're trying to grab XP as you go for your class. But because I was making a video on this, unfortunately, whenever I was trying to join a team for hard difficulty, it kept putting me into the same lobby that was bugged out and wouldn't allow me to play. So I just jumped into normal just to show you exactly what to do. First thing you'll be doing is making your way towards one of the kind of wave activities where you're going to be defending, and in general that's going to be the simple premise between this whole mission, where you get yourself 3 complete wave missions where you're going to have to fend off hordes, allowing you to grab a whole bunch of XP, focus on some really elite enemies which again helps you with XP as well, but as well as that you'll be able to destroy a massive amount of roamers so that you can level up your gun XP fast. In general, the main thing you're going to be aiming for is just hitting over 150 roamers, as that max out the cap for your gun XP, and once you've done this first wave of enemies, you'll be able to move up to the church and do exactly the same thing again. As many enemies as possible whilst defending and everything. Hopefully you'll have a better time than I did, because I think I had a few people jump out of the lobby. They were kind of new to the game by the looks of it, where I had it on normal. But of course, once you've done the second stage, you'll move inside the church and you have another third stage where you're going to be defending 3 areas, A, B and C, from another massive wave of zombies. At this point, if you want to switch over to a secondary weapon, try and max that out, that would be ideal. But between this mission, usually takes around about 20 minutes. You get yourself some really nice XP for your class. I did not get that for myself because just about everything went wrong in this, but what you usually do is try and go in at a hard difficulty where you probably get around about between 10 to 20,000 XP each time. But as well as this, where you've managed to destroy a whole bunch of those zombies, you're going to grab as much XP as you can on your weapons for one run, which is 3,000 per, and then whatever you can on your secondary if you wanted to use that as well. Now that mission is absolutely ideal if you're trying to play and upgrade your class as well as upgrade your weapons, allowing you to prestige them fast. But if you want the absolute fastest way to prestige your weapons, one that is a little bit cheesy but it's also very easy to do and absolutely ideal for anyone just trying to get those really cool skins, then for this one you're just going to go into your menus, then go over to your difficulty, drop it all the way down to story, because you're not going to be grabbing any XP for your character on this. Instead, what you could be doing is focusing on the first mission, the kind of tutorial one, which is going to be the drop. Set it to private so you don't run into anyone. You're not going to want that at all. You're going to want to be able to just back out whenever you need to. Then jump in, do the first starting point where you've got to kind of refill your Humvee. So make your way just up to the top area. Just bop all the way up. Grab yourself the gas canister. Then make your way straight back down to the vehicle. You may have a little bit of listening to some of the conversations going on, but eventually just behind you the door is going to come up with a location marker, mow down all of the zombies within, and then grab what's going to be on the floor in there, which is going to be a little bit of scrap. Once that's done, you'll be able to repair the car. Once it's fixed up, you'll also be able to chuck in the fuel and then make your way forward and going into the first part of the mission. The really nice thing about this is that you don't have to complete this mission, you can just make it over to the first kind of checkpoint. So just keep making your way forward until you see an absolute wave of zombies being held back by some barriers. And because it's the first tutorial mission, it's a whole bunch easier. They're not going to come over them and absolutely decimate you, fortunately. However, if you see what I've done here, you may want to do the complete opposite and not set yourself on fire. Take out whatever you need to here so you've got a little kind of safety zone, you're not in any kind of danger, then make it on top of the vehicle and absolutely mow down all the zombies heading your way. Perfect thing here is there's a whole line of zombies just making their way along that barrier and they can't get to you, so you don't really have to worry about anything. Remember, you only have to take out around about 150, so around about a minute's worth of gameplay will probably get that done for you. If you've got a gun with penetration, you'll be able to hit multiple ones sometimes, although you may want to watch out on the right hand side as a lot of these don't actually come with hit markers. Just take out as many as needed, and if you want to swap over to your secondary weapon so that you can level that up as well, that would work out ideal. But again, just make sure you're bringing in weapons this way that you want to level up as fast as possible, and remember the 3000 is the max, so there's no real point staying in there for a crazy amount of time because you're just not going to get any real benefits from it. Once that's done, go back to your settings, then pick return to base, head home, reap the benefits, do it a few times over, and grab yourself some really fast and easy prestiges for your weapons. But yeah, overall, hopefully this helped a few of you guys and girls out. There's going to be a load more content away from me. For now, take care. I'll see you on the next day.